Hey guys, this is week 2 of my account playing Warhammer 40k Tacticus. This week got a fair bit of updates that I had some really good drops earlier this week when I did the next Mountain of Blackstone and opened up 5 drops. I'm also at the end of this, I'm going to do a drop as well. But as I go over my account, one important thing to really help me grow, keep doing these, know that you guys really enjoy watching this, is please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate that support. It will really help me to know this is worth my time doing this. And I also really appreciate any comments or feedbacks that you can send me, basically to help me understand how to play the game better, any recommendations of what I could be doing, everything like that. All that sort of stuff helps me to play. I'm not gonna get offended by if you tell me I'm not doing something wrong, it's dumb or anything like that. Let me know. Either let me know in the comments here on YouTube, or feel free to go onto my Discord server. Hit me up, talk to me. Love to hear your opinions. Even love to, if you want me to share a message here, talk about something about the game, you want to know something more, that's great. I'd like to find out more as well, most likely. And if I find out and then I share it, I'm probably going to learn better. So please let me know anything I talk about here, if it doesn't seem right or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm not the sole arbiter of truth on any of this information. It's just stuff that I've been picking up so far. And obviously everything's subject to change. And I most likely will look back at this at time to see what I didn't know and things I'm saying now that don't really make that much sense. But that's the way it is when you're playing games or just other things in general. So this account update is to help me as well long term and look back and see how much I've improved. So going over, I like to start off probably looking at all my characters, the new tunes that I've unlocked. One of the new tunes that I've unlocked, which I was really excited about, it's in my drop opening for this week. The link will be up the top here, which you can go watch and you can see me unlocking him. But I got the big boss man that I missed out when I first started playing the game, Yarrick. Now, Yarrick is already doing great work for me. I'm probably going to put some more badges on him here soon, but I'm just looking at all my other options right now, making sure it's the right decision. But I've got a few badges there which I can throw on him. This is most likely what I'll do, but where I'm at right now in the game, I don't need it to anything further, so I'm very careful with my resources right now. So Yarrick was one of them, and then the next one that I also got just recently is Roswitha. I don't know when I'm going to need to start using her, but I've heard she is pretty decent. So I will get to her in time, and I've also already got her last time, Morven Val, but don't have much use for her right now. Current stages where I'm at the game and the gear that I'm focusing on, which I'll get to very soon. Another one I got. This one a lot of people get obviously pretty soon. You get it through the missions and everything. Is Boss Gulgots. I haven't really done anything with his gear here as well. Really just enough to help me get through, start doing the Octarius campaign, which I'm just doing to get gear and to, that's the mirrors. I'm just doing them to help get gear and also get these crates so that I can get another acquisition scroll. So that's been pretty important, me doing this mirror, doing the full Acadia, doing this one. It's helped me get them all three stars so that I can get the crate and help my my hoarding going of character shards by getting them through acquisition drops. So that's been pretty cool, getting that done, playing the different campaign modes, getting a bit of flavor and variety, not been stuck on just the one campaign and waiting to unlock those tunes, but also giving me multiple avenues to acquire resources. Now, getting multiple ways to do those refreshes inside a 24-hour period is really handy. And if I've got 2 nodes as opposed to 1, I'm going to get that gear up quicker. And that's how I'm typically looking at my progression through some of these campaigns, is based on through the lens of what do I need to get the characters that I want to ascend in their gear ranks further. And if that is at a reachable point in the campaign, if I need to get the gear on some of these like Black Legion, on the Orcs or the Ultramarines to get me further, or the Necrons for the mirror, if I need to get that gear on them, I get them on there and I get to that node, I do 3-star on it, and then I've got multiple ways to keep working on what's actually important to me. I mean, it's a bit of fun too, playing against those campaigns, going through them and doing that, but that's the primary reason to unlocking these 3 campaigns and also getting 3-star on all the way through the Indominus campaign. But I'll touch back on the campaigns a bit later. But that's been the majority reason to unlock a lot of these characters. Just giving multiple ways to get those resources to ascend my toon's gear levels. And on that note of gear ascension, I will talk about character shard ascensions. Now, I've had a lot of good jobs this week, which helped me progress a lot further. So I had one of the good ones was getting more shards in Eldron, and that I got through a battle pass, combination battle pass. I think there was some in the drops, but I've got him up to there, to the first red star there, and I'm hoping to work through further with battle pass, but I'll get to that in a bit. The next one that I was really happy about that I got through the drops was Archimados. Archimados, I think with Ulf, he's had a little bit of a harder time, but when I come against some people in the PvP and everything like that, but he's still got a lot of value there in the PvE from what I understand, which is why I'm focusing on him mostly for guild raids to help my guild, not so much PvP at the moment, whilst I still learn the game. So getting him further up and ascending him has been really, really awesome. I've been working on his gear as well. Another one, going back to Yarek, my man, when I unlocked him, that big boss, I also got more shards in the drop, so I was able to take him up to 2 red, which I was really, 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 really happy with. So that's been a great ascension there to get him there. He's a long way off now. Getting him anything further than that, it's going to take some time before that, unless I get him in the drops today or some other time real soon. Another one that was really cool, I've been working on him through getting his shards through Onslaught. And I think I also picked up some in one of the recent drops. I think I picked up 40 in the last drop. So that was also really, really awesome to get a brand new character. And he's pretty awesome at helping dealing with those PvP teams where in arena where you're climbing, where they just got heaps of the spawn units. So he's really cool. Really, really love him. I'm a big Spaceballs fan. So this is really cool to get him, keep progressing him. And I'll keep working on him as well. But yeah, that's all my character ascension, shard ascensions really this week. I think I've had a few little ones, the other teams here, but nothing really major to talk about. And same with like Angrax, I got an extra on him, very close to another one for Angrax. But a lot of these guys not so important to me right now, but I think they will as I want to progress further in the campaign. Then the next one that I'm working on is focusing on the gear. Like I mentioned it already a couple times so far, but gear is another very, very important aspect for many of us when we're first getting started, which is what I'm doing right now. And other mobile games are the same, because these gives you all those extra bonuses on top of your base stats, which then get elevated again by the rarity of your all the shards you have on your team. So I'm focusing on what's most useful to me right now, where the stage I'm at the game. Campaigns, guild raids. So guild raids and campaigns. So guild raids for me is number 1. Campaigns the second one, and then arena PvP is the sort of next one, because I want to do well there and get those get shards, get rewards there, and that all helps my hoarding system. That I'm building up that engine, and I'm building up to hoard resources. So I focused on this last week primarily on Bellator and Aleph, getting them done, and now Aleph will be basically done by the end of today my time. I'll go through and do some more matches, but he'll be going to Bronze 3, and then I'll switch over to Bellator and get him to Bronze 3, and then once I got those two there, Bronze 3, and we're then going to start working on Archimados to 2, and then I'll work on Eldron to 2 and Yarek to 2, and then get Ulf to Bronze 1. So that's my goal for this coming week. I believe I've got enough farms now to do it, and I will refresh a bit on the energies. But that's my focus right now, building that team up, because that's actually a pretty decent team in arena. That's what I use to climb a lot with. But it also does really quite well in the guild raids where I'm at. So after I've done those guys, then I'll look at what I need to maybe do to increase the Black Legion's gear, so I can do some of those the Fall Acadia campaign a bit more, progress there, and start opening up some more resource locations. So that's really my focus for the gear for the next week, which is a pretty achievable. It's not super far out of reach. Then after we look at that, I want to talk a bit about my campaign progress. I feel that as a new player, campaigns, whilst they're not, I guess, they're not the be or end all because guild raids and the PvP aspect, the campaigns are still pretty cool in that they help you work towards missions. They help work towards getting resources, obviously, and then sometimes character shards. So just recently, I just got the Indomitus campaign fully completed with 3 stars, which means I can do the Elite. Now, the Elite is definitely a step above in difficulty, and so my Imperial troops will need to get a lot stronger to do better here. So that's something I want to work on, because this is another good node to get that resource. But yeah, completing this is also always really good, because you get another requisition, and that's how I see a lot of the campaigns. It's the resources plus that requisition. It's all very, very helpful. Any kind of free rewards, good stuff to get. That's how I've sort of been focusing on it. So Indomitus is done. The next thing is to look at Fall of Cadia and also look at the Indomitus Mirror, so that I can open up some more shards to get Bellator. I can open up some more shards to get Certus, even though I don't really need to worry about him too much. But my main goal actually is really just to get Demanius Calgar. Like that's the goal. I love to get the big fella. So getting there is going to take a lot of time. It's going to open up a lot of resource nodes, especially this necklace one. That necklace is quite well used. A lot of these other gear pieces here are also quite well used. So opening up some of those nodes is going to be really helpful. So in progressing the Indomitus Mirror is going to be really good to get that done. Fall of Cadia, progressing there, unlocking some of these Imperial troops, very helpful. And then the Octarius campaign. But my main focus is getting through the Fall of Cadia first. I've probably been a little bit, I guess, systematic in that approach, like Fall of Cadia than Octarius. But if something has, like I said before, has a resource that's more beneficial to get, like now, or whatever I'm up with my other tunes, then I'll look at trying to get to there first before finishing off something else over here that doesn't give me anything that helps me on my current journey. So that's where I'm at right now with the campaigns. They're a lot of fun. I actually quite enjoy this method of the way of playing a mobile game, doing campaigns that have come from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you primarily would just do random missions like each time, and then you'd get to do that. You'd be able to sim that node and get that gear or that whatever piece you're looking for there, or character shards. Next thing, moving on from that, was PvP tournament that just came out recently. Now, I'm very, very new to the game, so I don't know all the intimate strategies of each characters and how they can synergize and work with each other. So I was often making really dumb moves when I was moving units around. I wasn't really considering if I did this, what it would mean for them, like their openings that they would then get. I didn't really know. I was just almost clicking buttons. And it was a bit frustrating at times, because often you'd be playing against what I think were pretty decent, good players. Didn't feel to me that there was any kind of like skill rating metric. You weren't really like put up against other newbies. You were just put up against someone random. And I mean, whilst it dropped your characters down to an even footing, which I really, really love. I really love that part. What it doesn't also do is always match you up with the same skill level of a person. And with me coming into the game, I just felt that there was a lot of things I didn't know, and I couldn't play against people who also were finding out about the game. And it was very frustrating. I would lose probably at least. So I started picking up a few little things, watching them, how they would destroy me. I really I was probably losing nearly out of 7 or 8 matches. I'd only maybe one or two. I was that bad. I am that bad at the game at this moment. But I'm gonna probably, when the next tournament comes up, I'm gonna start streaming, recording that, and then asking some people for, like, you guys to help me out and teach me, and other people that I know that in my guild and everything like that. There's a bunch of really, really good there in Deathwatch Erosh. I think that's how to say the name. I'm really bad with saying a lot of these names, but yeah, steep learning curve playing against people that obviously been playing the game for quite some time compared to me a couple of weeks in. I would really like to see if there was a bit more of a skill rating metric or system that could help you match you up against people that weren't I have been playing for quite some time and were far better. And even though I think there's a ranking, there's obviously the leaderboard ranking, but that, to me, from what I was seeing, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, it just seemed to be the leaderboard was there. It doesn't matter who you were versing because there was always a random selection who you got. So you got a reward for the win or the loss, whatever. Like you obviously got more reward points if you were doing the higher rare, like on rare, which I couldn't do because I didn't qualify for because of my current status of my account. There were still obviously good enough people at that lower level, on the lower rarity or whatever it was called. Can't remember it now. That were probably been playing the game for maybe a month, 2-3 months, maybe all free to play. But I wasn't going up against early players at that level. So I think if you're going to do you're going to control the gearing and the abilities down to a certain X level, there should also be a metric or a system that puts you in place against other people of the same skill rating. Just to make that a bit more enjoyable experience, because I found it very frustrating. I got very angry pretty quickly with that game mode, but I persisted because I'm really loving the game, and I know I'm going to suck to begin with. That's just how it is. What I do like also, certainly many people watching this now, you probably watched people's the people were talking about the news this week or the changes. If you haven't, I'll put a link in over there. Just go and click on that. Go check out a few of the different guys that are doing, I guess, their review of the changes, and find out. But what I really liked is that they're taking up on recommendations of some of the community would have said about changing the format of it. I like the idea of this random people that you're gonna just randomly get in your team when you go in there, random toons, I should say. So I'm looking forward to that bit of change there, break it up a bit, force me to learn to use and synergize and play with just completely random units. It's going to be hard. It's hard for me anyway, so it's going to be cool just to have to force me and make me also want to push my gear up on a few of the other toons, get them at a good base level. So that's going to be the biggest challenge for me, is that base level gear, which I don't have a lot of them, because as you can see here in my account, I've been very focused, so I haven't, like, most of my Death Guard download, my Necrons are okay, my Orcs are all down on the very minimum I need to do Octarius. If I need to get them up, I will. But my other toons that I've unlocked are still pretty average. That's about it for my PvP tournament thoughts. I've already talked about this upcoming week my goals for the gear. I think then the other thing I want to talk about is a bit of the getting ULF shards. ULF shards aren't accessible yet, obviously, as we know. But what I'm doing is I'm getting, because the new character is quite awesome, I'm actually getting him through Onslaught. That's been my focus, and that's what I'll continue to focus on. Just till I get him to 2-star, and then I might switch over to somebody else. Maybe I'll do it on Yarrick at that point. That's possibly what I'll do. I haven't decided yet. Still waiting to get a bit more of a feel. But ULF is what I'm focusing on now to get into 2-star. Then I've got Path of the Phoenix. I don't know how well I'm going to do with Path of the Phoenix. It's all new to me. So we'll see what happens there. I'm watching some videos on it. I guess in a week's time, because this is when this will also expire as well. I'll have something to say about it and my experience of it. But yeah, that's been my week in review, guys. Now I'm going to do a drop opening. Alright, here we go with the requisition drop opening. Let's have a look. See what we get. Right. What do we get for the first one? Go on. Oh, we go on the drop pod straight away. What we get? Certus shards. Very good. Very good. Is great for the campaign, but I've already got it all 3 stars, so not that super helpful, but still, more shards is good. More shards. Malodus, I believe that is now. Then there's more of the that's not Slugger, I think it is. Can't remember that Tower Empire's your name, but more shards for them is great. I really want to unlock some more of those Tower Empire guys. More shards. Fantastic. Another orb. Alright, what's in this drop pod? Here we go. Snapper-Wrecker. Very good. Alright, guys, that's it there. Got quite a few shards there of the Snapper-Wrecker. He's quite a beast there in the campaign, but I don't know how much use he gets in other game modes. But still, got some nice shards there. It was on Rivas. Yeah, I really would like to see getting him. That would be really cool. But maybe next time. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe. Really appreciate that all being there to help me out. Have a great one, guys. See ya.